Most of us are born in 20th centuries with fast advancement in technologies. We live in an era where medicinal drugs, I'm talking penicillin, paracetamol, or amoxicillin, etc., are as available as paper currency could bought. Where we could be connected intracontinent via the internet settled through satellite, 1,000 kilometers above the earth. And one of these modern inventions is Bluetooth. Bluetooth is amazing because it allows us to connect two or more devices for diverse purposes like speaker or sharing files. Even though sharing files through Bluetooth is now seen as an orthodox and outdated technique. But it's still fascinating because imagine trying to explain how this thing works to a caveman. Yo, did you know that there's a feature on my laptop where it could connect with another device through strings of electronical wavelengths distinguished with the middle lines of 0 and 1, also known as Bluetooth? What?
I'm under the water. Please help me here too.
Of course. To begin, we have to talk about the device where Bluetooth itself was used. So phones, or cell phones, in the past, with its history starting from the Alexander Graham Bell to the phone booth, the Nokia, and to today's touchscreen device. Basically, the cell phone are mini-sized computers that are composed of complex parts that could be held on our palm. It's actually quite fascinating how 100 years of development led through brain rot content consumption. Well, this video isn't mainly about the phone, so let's move on to the next session.
Tecnologia!
Well, don't be so surprised, caveman. Bluetooth is just basic science. So let me explain how Bluetooth works. So there are codes of zeros and ones that are sinusoid electromagnetic waves traveling between 121 millimeters for ones and 124 millimeters for zeros. Now these strings of waves travels alternatively for a second, sending millions of bits. Now I know that's an oversimplification, but we're explaining it to a caveman that doesn't know any better. Right, caveman?
Lalu masuk Android kok.
Right. That is rather fascinating how those signals could be transmitted to each device so flawlessly. But one should ask, why is this captivating technology will be named Bluetooth? Isn't it quite ridiculous to name one's technology like that? Wait, you could talk? Well, the conversation you brought has led me to evolve my capabilities of communication. Rather, one should increase their terminology to partake in such high ceiling. Okay, so in the past about an century or so, there's a king named Harald Bluetooth that unified the region of now Norway and Denmark, and is also responsible for the spread of Christianity in the region. Oh, I get it. So the technology is inspired by the king's successful conquest of the northern region, where the name was taken as an analogy for how Bluetooth also connects two devices, just like how the king unified the lands. That's a beautiful honorary for the late King Harold, where his name and action inspired the technology. Well, no, it's not the etymology of the word. What is it then? Because his tooth was blue. Well, that ends our screening session. If there are multiple devices consecutively linked with separate Bluetooth lines, how is it possible for them to not getting entangled with each other despite it being waves transmitted through every devices? I don't know. Let's ask an engineering professor in Bandung. Wow, are we using another transmitting technology that allows us to connect with people from far away through the screen? Which this familiar technology will be Zoom, WhatsApp, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams? No, none of that. We are going to teleport there. Is that an allegory for something or? Nope, we are actually going to teleport. Greetings, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Engineer Dr. Kadis Pendeta Muhammad Krishna Yohanes Ganesha MT, MPSI, MTO, MKL, MA, MKS, MPD, MU, M3, MP4, JPEG, PNG, X. How may I assist you? So how is it possible that some devices could connect with their respective Bluetooth without getting interrupted with each other? Wow, that's a truly outstanding question. Of course I could answer it. So just like you explained before, Bluetooth travels through strings of electromagnetic waves. The thing is, each wave are unique to their own. This is because each paired devices contain 3 levels with each binary bits. The first is the access code, which contains 72 bits. The second is the header, which contains 54 bits. And last but not least, the payload, which contains the rest of the bits. Each Bluetooth connection contains diverse content of the binary line, thus making entanglement impossible. Well, now we are on the edge of the video, so here's a little summary so far. Bluetooth is possible through strings of binary codes. Transmission is emitted through electromagnetic waves, and the Bluetooth is named after King Harold's Bluetooth. Okay, thanks for watching.